So today I've got myself, well, it's new for me, I've never had a set of these before, travel brushes for, well, they do say they can do oil, acrylics, gouache, watercolour, etc. So everything. I think they just, but they all do that, and I think they just cover themselves so people obviously will buy them. But just here they are. So in the packet, it just comes with this little leaflet about I think it's Fuumuui is what I called it, but it might be Fuumuui, or I probably can't say it properly. But anyway, they're quite a big seller on Amazon here in the UK, and I'm pretty sure in America and probably everywhere else as well. So in the past, when I've gone out with my little, one of my sketchbooks and obviously my palette, when I've gone out, I've sort of grabbed a few brushes and then I've gone out and obviously done some painting. But because the brush is so big, I tend to worry about I'm going to damage the bristles. I don't really know how to carry them. So I tried a pencil case and that didn't really work too well. So it sort of put me off of going out and doing them really, or going out and painting. So with this travel set, and can I open it? The idea is these come in a wallet. I didn't even know these existed till a little while ago. So that has got if I can get it out of the packet, there we are. So we've got a Fuumuui branded wallet. So the idea of these is, obviously the size of that is so much smaller. It's only half the size of, the brushes. So that would easily fit in your pocket, whereas these are sort of quite cumbersome. So I'm trying to do what a lot of us like doing if we want to go out and do a bit of plein air painting. Now the weather's nice, it's sunny, it's quite warm up here in Scotland anyway. It's it definitely, you want to go out and do some painting outside. So I'm going to take my sketchbook, or maybe my square one. I don't really know which one I'm going to go out with yet, but I just like to do a few pictures, and sometimes I'll do like a little scene like that where I'm down, but this is at Hopeman, and a nice little scene across there. So I normally just put a bit of masking tape around it and then do the scene. But this sketchbook I don't think is cotton, was I'm pretty sure this one is. So on here I've got, if it's round the right way, so I'll do like just a few little bits and pieces of, if you're out and about. But the idea is that I'm going to do like a double page spread. So I'll put a bit of masking tape around that. So the idea is that when I put that with that, I mean, both of those would easily go in my pocket. So we've got 3 different brushes in here, all in a nice little wrapper. I don't even know what sort of brushes are in here, but we'll have a look. That is a nice metal case. I mean, they're very, very, where's a pencil? Well, so here's a pencil, so they're even much smaller than a pencil. But lengthwise, it's, so it's good. So here, what have we got on here? Fuumuui, and it says squirrel hair. So they are natural hair. So that was a size, so that's an 8. That's a 12, so they're obviously 3 round brushes, and that's a 4. Right, so let's have a little look at these. I don't know, here, open them, unscrew it, and then you turn it around. That's a nice little thing, isn't it? A little fancy bit on that ferrule. So when they're opened up, they are still fairly short compared with a normal brush. What size is that? That's a 12. So you can't really go by anybody's sizes because everyone's sizes are so different. 12, this was a 8, wasn't it? So when you close, oh right, so when you close that up, I don't know if you can see that, there's a hole in the end of that. So when you finish them and put them back in here, because that hole's plenty big enough for that to go back in even when it's been used, and that fits there, so it still gives you an inch or so at the end, so your brush, even if it's wet, will just, you'll have a little bit of drippage and it will come out the hole, so that'll be good, so that won't go mouldy. That feels nice and sturdy. We need to give that, probably need to give them all a bit of a wash, I would imagine, to get the end off. That's got a nice big fat belly. Look at that big fat belly on that. Most of my brushes are synthetic. The only ones aren't is, I think I've got a couple of mops and a couple of Chinese brushes that are natural, but they shed hairs like there's no tomorrow. So there's the 3 sizes. So this one, the number 12 is definitely the biggest. Where's a 12 in something else? What number is that? Number 10. That's a number 10. You can see it's much more volume on it. And it's actually a bit longer. So that's actually that feels quite a long brush to me, that. Now they do a few of these brushes, these travel brushes, and the ones I've got are purely round brushes, but they do a set that has got a flat brush and even a cat's tongue, I think. So I do a few different ones of them. But anyway, these ones I've got. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give these a wash. I'm going to take them out and I'll show you a bit of painting when I'm out and about. But first impressions, very nice. They feel really well made. So where would you hold that? I'm not sure about this shape here, that you go where it's quite fat here and then it tapers really thin. So where's I'll have to see what it's like, because there's because you know, you get some of these brush shapes like these, what are this bit, and I find this bit a little bit strange to use, rather than a flat one, just like a normal brush if you like, that you just get used to. But this being a different shape, we'll have to see how we get on anyway. Anyway, let's get these washed and I'll get out and about and I'll paint a little something or other when I'm out and about. So I'm going to do a quick sketch of what I want to do. So that's going to be the trees up here. Just that out there for a reference.